Jay, I got breaking news.
Okay.
We are on time today, my boy. We are on time. We made it. We said 3:30. Show started at 3:30. So appreciate all of you that's already in here joining us so rapidly. You guys must have your bells on if you're already in here. And if you have your bells on, I love you. Jay loves you. So if you don't, turn that thing on, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, because as I always say, the more likes we get in here, the better the algorithm. The better the algorithm, the better the freaking show. Trust me on that one. So Amin, see you out there. I'll definitely hit you back. Sean, how's it going? I'll actually be on ESPN Honolulu tomorrow at 10:30 Pacific time. So what is that?
Flexing.
7:30 Hawaii? No, that's not flexing, my boy. I can't flex with a guy like you sharing the screen with me. So,
Hey, I'm not doing nobody's radio show in Hawaii, so you definitely flexing.
yeah. How many views that YouTube channel got? How much does mine got? Yeah, you flexing, my boy. You flexing.
Relax. Nobody wants to hear me talk unless they want to hear me talk and say that I deleted something that I magically said on Sunday, which is something that I'm kind of dealing with on Twitter today. It's pretty funny.
Oh, that sounds like the Twitterverse. So
Yeah, apparently I said that I called Kyle Shanahan on Sunday an idiot when I could have swore on Sunday I was predicting a win against the Packers and feeling really good about all those things. But then, I edited it out, so I edited out a live show. Yeah.
You're the number one only Shanahan stan. So
that's what I thought, man. And for me, now they're perpetuating a narrative that I turned on Coach. Wild.
Let's get into it, though. 49ers advance. They knock off the 1 seed, the second team on that Saturday to actually knock off the 1 seed. I was confident going into this game. I thought the Packers were kind of frauds. Watching their game film, looks like they love playing against finesse teams. Let's face it, they play the Vikings twice a year, the Bears twice a year, and the Detroit Lions twice a year. While the 49ers have to play the Rams twice, Cardinals twice, and they had a much tougher test to the road. And, it helps when you have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, but the 49ers defensive line definitely got to him, pressured Aaron Rodgers quite a bit to the point that Aaron Rodgers had a higher bath row percentage than Jimmy Garoppolo. That's how much the 49ers defensive line affected a play style of Aaron Rodgers. Once again, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Jason's channels. We're linking here on both channels, streaming both live on both channels. I'm going to ask Jason for a word, but I'm also asking all of you in the comments. Give me a word. 49ers, NFC Championship game.
Legendary. There's something happening right now with this team. Week 18, against all odds, you beat the Rams. Go into Dallas, beat them because they don't know how to football. Then beat the Packers. When 4 minutes left in that game, you had no idea how that was going to happen. Something's happening. And there's something that needs to happen for all teams to make runs. And whenever you look back at those DVDs from those years with teams, so is this moment, Debo Samuel calling a shot in Dallas. Obviously the Rams game with the comeback. What happened with the Packers and the two special teams plays that nobody would have seen. Mm-hmm. Something's happening, and you need these sort of moments to win championships. And right now, the 49ers are getting it, and they're winning games in different ways. And it's just something special is happening right now. Something special.
I love that you say that, because what's something that we can overshadow as fans? We could overshadow a victory. We could look ahead and be like, we're going to win this game. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to be Super Bowl champions. We can do that as fans. And we could do that this week. The thing is, that locker room's not going to. You say this all the time, that it's okay to say that, yes,
fans can be
it's
confident.
Okay. It's okay.
Fans can be confident. Do whatever you want to do. Say that you're going to blow the Rams out 42-0. The fans have nothing to do with this. So don't gatekeep how people look at the game. The 49ers are not going to overlook the Rams. So who cares if the fans do? That's such the weirdest narrative ever in Twitter history. Fans were overly confident. That's why this game. Did the fans strap it up and play? Did the fans call plays? What are you talking about? It's a fan's job to do whatever they want and view the game however they want. That is wild to me. My bad. Didn't mean to cut you off on that.
No, absolutely. And I like these words coming in. We have history. We got beat down from Niner Gang podcast, all day Niners 007, resilience, epic, miracle, revenge tour, served. Excuse me. I'm struggling right here. Magical. I love all of these words that are coming in. It's because of Jimmy. Yeah, it's magical or perfect. D'Amico. Seeing what that guy has done defensively within the scheme, it shows you that he has experience in this game, not necessarily just being a general NFL player that played in the 90s or 80s. No, you could tell he has experience recently. This guy played against Aaron Rodgers. Let's not forget, D'Amico Ryan played against Aaron Rodgers. D'Amico Ryan played against Matthew Stafford. So he knows these guys. He's not some old head. He may be an old head to the guys in the locker room, maybe to an Aziz Al-Shaair or Drake Greenlaw. He may be an old head to those guys, but he's not an old head in this generation of football. He did not face Dak Prescott, even though they were in the league at the same time, but he did face Aaron Rodgers. He did face Matthew Stafford, and you're seeing that in his schemes and in what he sees out there. It's all just relevant recent history. That's no discredit to guys like Vic Fangio, who continues to ball as a defensive coordinator, but D'Amico Ryans, he just gets it, and you see him growing week in, week out, and that, to me, that even though it's a name, it's a great word to describe this NFC Championship game. It's D'Amico. Seeing what he did with Fred Warner. I can't remember the exact person. Someone from PFF posted it on TikTok. I didn't see it on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter because I'm an adult. So I'm kidding. I know you have a TikTok, Jay. It's all good.
No, I mean, it's not even that. A lot of adults have TikTok. I don't really use this shit. I don't know how to use it.
I purposely don't download it because I know I'm going to waste a ton of time.
You are.
So instead of building this overlay for us, I would have been on TikTok for an hour. But it's where he described the defensive tackle, whoever it was, DJ Jones, Eric Armstead, didn't matter. They were lining up over the guard. What that does is now your center is going to have to go block horizontally, opening up a wide gap for Fred Warner to just shoot. And that's why you saw him getting to Aaron Jones a lot of the times at or behind the line of the scrimmage for that initial contact. It's because of that wide gap opening up. While that was a brilliant design to go ahead and decide to implement that by D'Amico Ryans, that only happens because you have a special talent like Fred Warner. The Rams know. We marketing pros are going to be in the chat probably capping on his team, but the Rams don't have an inside linebacker like Fred Warner. So I can guarantee you what, the Rams would never run that in a game. They would never give up that alleyway of a gap because they don't have the linebackers to. So with D'Amico, understanding the talent he has and using that to the best of their abilities to where this was what Fred Warner's like best game all season long.
Yeah.
So to me, it's, scheme, or we go with scheme as a word. It was brilliant here. We do have a contribution here from Gammon Brown. Let's go ahead and get to it. Rams, I don't think I have ever seen a team unintentionally provide so much bulletin board material. Debo, who, head coach, end zone, ticket master, motivation. Dude, that's true. Because some of the players said they didn't see Sean McVay in the end zone initially during the game. Guess what they saw after? If they didn't see it, Sean McVay in the end zone. You're telling me that's not going to be pumped narrative all week long? Do you think they want to see Sean McVay celebrating? Especially since he did that last time when they went up 17-0.
I mean, it's clear that all this stuff is in their head. All they do is keep talking about who's going to be in the stands, a 6-game winning streak, all those things. Like they're the ones under all the pressure, and we all know what'll happen if the Rams get pressed. They will fold. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
repeat what I was saying in Week 18 because that's the same team that is coming out. So same way that I was talking about the 49ers win in
Troy
Week
Reader.
18. Troy Reader. But we are gonna handle business over there because
Mhm.
it's in their head. They're not built like that, and they almost gave the game away to the Bucks. They almost tried to do it again. You play like that against the 49ers and you'll see what happens.
Busted coverage basically is what helped them out in that
Well,
game.
cover
And
zero and Stafford threw a dime. That was like one
he
of the best throws I've ever seen in my life. I'll give him that, man. It was
he does that.
incredible.
You could seeing Stafford play, you could see why Shanahan wanted it. The dude gets drilled in the face and still delivers a ball. He did it to the 49ers in week 18. So that's why it's so impressive to just take that guy down the way the 49ers did week 18. Because he will deliver a strike even though someone's literally in his face. But I don't want to hype up Matthew Stafford. He ain't my QB. Jimmy Garoppolo is. That's my QB1.
There you go.
I already went off in a little D'Amico Ryan's tangent a little bit, but we all want to hear from you.
Mm.
Who would you rather? This isn't a dating question. Who would you rather have as defensive coordinator for one game, especially in a game like this? Is it D'Amico Ryan's, the hot new toy that everyone's so excited to play with? Or is it Robert Saleh, Woody before Buzz? Is that what we're going with here?
Well, I'll say this. My favorite year of Salah being a defensive coordinator was his last year here when everyone was injured and he still was able to make this a top 10 defense and he had to find different ways to generate pressure. And I thought that that was the best coaching job that he's ever done because I remember year one, everyone wanted him gone. I remember all of those things. I remember everything that everybody said. This is going to sound like a prisoner of the moment thing, but when you look at what D'Amico Ryans has had to slow down and how he has done it, and in-game adjustments, right? They went down the field in the first drive and they score, and you say, "Oh, well, Devontae Adams is going to break the record for most yards in a game, and this is what it looks like already." And they start to move again, but what he's had to stop the Staffords, the Dak, Aaron Rodgers, and with that secondary, right now, like Dante Johnson playing meaningful snaps, Josh Norman was out there for a large portion of the season. I mean, you can say what you want about, Robert Saleh in his first year not having the personnel that Ryan's had. That's absolutely true. But coaching wise, dialing it up, knowing to when to send blitzes, and he doesn't have to because the front four is playing so amazing. Knowing when to bracket, knowing when to run zone, he's miles ahead of Robert Saleh right now. So yeah, prisoner of the moment. Give me D'Amico Ryans right now, just because he's been having to lock down some pretty big offenses, and 10 points to the Packers in Lambeau where it's cold at home. Like Aaron Rodgers was capping after the 2019 NFC Championship game, saying, "Man, we got to get one of those at our house."
Yep.
Do you?
Yep.
That's crazy. And we talk about the defensive line in 2019. You're not going to be able to top the heights of that defensive line. Those four, right? Armstead, Buckner, Bosa, Ford, right? But this defensive line this year is deeper than that. And they're able to get pressure later on in the game. Jordan Willis saved the game 2 times with the block punt, the block field goal that he opened up for Jimmy Ward, and then the block punt. It's getting the most out of the sum of your parts that has me so impressed with D'Amico Ryans, and give me D'Amico Ryans in this game. I would take him right now just because he is so good at adjusting. Cool, you punch me, you score. All right, bet I got the answer for you right now, right away. Like you can't fall behind in that game 14-0 while you try to figure it out. Like you have to immediately make moves, and you have to. And thank God for Fred Warner making that play. But after that, there was one long play in the second half, and then Aaron Rodgers had 55 yards passing in the second half. Jimmy Garoppolo had 80. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about?
It's okay to be prisoner of the moment too. Like legit, it's okay to be prisoner of the moment. As long as you're not capping, and I don't think getting answer that question and answering with D'Amico or Saleh, I don't think you're capping with any answer. So with this situation, it's okay to be prisoner of the moment and say D'Amico, because he is showing us stuff pre-snap, post-snap that we haven't really seen with Robert Saleh. A lot of Robert Saleh, like anyone could correct me if they think I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm not 100% in this. But from what I see, with Saleh, it's a lot of it. What you saw pre-snap was what you got post-snap. And with D'Amico Ryans, it's more of just the mind games between the pre and the post, and I think that's why they're having so much sex defensively. And it's not just what D'Amico's doing. I think he's able to do that because of the talent the 49ers have. I don't want to be dismissive of that. A lot of defense coordinators can't do what Ryans wants to do is because they don't have a Fred Warner, they don't have an Aziz, they don't even have a third linebacker like Drake Greenlaw. Drake Greenlaw could be LB1 on some teams. They don't have Jimmy Ward, essentially Kwaski Tart, that the dude's balling out. We'll talk about him in a second. The defensive line. So a lot of it is because of the personnel, but I just think D'Amico is doing a little more with the pre and the post snap and the looks. We do have a question for you here in Jay. Slick 68. Yo, Jay, where are you sitting at SoFi? I'm sure you're still waiting, right? You still waiting?
Yeah, I'm waiting, but probably on the lights, bro. So just catch me outside at the tailgate or at the 49er invasion or at Chapman's party. I'm gonna be pulling up to all those things. But I'm waiting for the tickets to drop, see if I have some connections, somebody who can help me out. I'm also still applying for credentials over there with the Rams as well, too, since the NFL gave me that option, since they gave me the NFL communications credentials. So fingers crossed for that. But if I'm in there, it's probably gonna be high up. I'll probably be on the roof, bro. I'll probably be hanging from the you probably think I'm part of the halftime show, like I'm about to like zip line down, like I'll probably just be hanging from the roof, bro.
Dude, man, if it was like the old days, is what my family used to do is for like Giants games and San Francisco Giants games, that is where they give you a little stamp. What they would do is wet the stamp a little bit, put it on whoever's wrist, and now they just go walk back into the reentry with both stamps. But now with everything being so what's it called, digital with the phones,
Yep.
yeah, it's just it makes it hard did you actually see that little video that went out of the people that went to the Dallas Cowboys 49ers playoff game where they said they snuck in, that they snuck down their seats to field level, and then they snuck into the media and asked Dak a question? Did you see that at all?
I don't know, but that was going to be my next plan. Was I was either just going to dress up and just be like I'm media, or I was just going to dress like coach. I was going to dress like coach and cut my beard, just walk in with a Shanahan and just wear some joggers and some Yeezys and just be like, I'm Shanahan, damn it, get out of my way.
In the video, it's they threw on like see all of it like with TikTok, certain YouTube, definitely not our YouTube. A lot of it's capped. So, but in the TikTok, they showed that they grabbed like NFL vest, media vest, and threw those on, and that's how they were able to just walk around and stuff and get to the places they wanted to be. So look out for the media vest when you out there, Jay.
So inept football team, inept security. Got it. Dallas Cowboys in a nutshell.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
We still taking shots at them also, by the way. I know that was 2 weeks ago, but we're not letting y'all go, Dallas Cowboys fans. You're gonna catch all this slander.
Gammon said anyone not named Todd Bowles for a defensive coordinator.
Bowles won a Super Bowl for the Bucs, right?
He did. David Yang, appreciate you for the contribution here. D'Amico sending a late blitz during the game to pressure Rodgers. Wow. Give me D'Amico all day.
It's not about the amount of times you blitz; it's about when you do it. And they blitz at the lowest rate because their front four gets there. But when you send that extra pressure, it just makes it even worse. When you look at the pressure numbers over those last 3 games, Stafford, Dak, Rodgers, they were all pressured at the highest rate that they've been all season long. That's the type of stuff that travels. That's the type of stuff that nobody wants to deal with. That's the way that Tom Brady has lost Super Bowls. That's the way that many quarterbacks go down. So, yeah, shout out to D'Amico Ryans, man.
Raul says, go with Grant Cohn. You'll be in the press box.
Yeah, I don't know if I got the clout that he does, though. Like, he's actually credentialed. Like, I could just be like, you don't know me from coast to coast, bro? They just unhand me. They just throw me out. Like, they're like, get his ass out of here.
Well, you don't know who I am.
You don't know me? I know Stephen Ram, okay? And he said it's okay for me to be over here.
I met Ice Cube once. Can I go in? I met him one time.
No. You know what you do? You get the phone out. You be like, all right, I got your number. I got your boss's number right here. I will press. Do you want me to press it? I'll press it. I'll press it, and I'll have you out of here.
You know who the 49ers security denied in the press? It was, what's his name, with the big ears on NFL Network. Andrew Siciliano.
Siciliano. Yeah.
The dude was outside because he didn't have his credentials for like.
Unhand me, peasant. Exactly. Wait, get your hands off me. Get your grubby ass hands off me. You know who I am? Jason knows the vibes.
Or the QC, the quality control jacket. Just wear that. Just walk in there, quality control. There you go.
They're like, he's fine. Or I should just do what Jordan did when we were doing the pro day. Like they're like, sir, you can't go on this field. He's like, nah, it's cool. It's Pasquini's pro day. And they were like, oh, all right, that's cool. And they just let us go.
No.
Yeah, man. It's like when you sound like you know somebody. Not cool. Steve said it was all right. And they were like, oh, Steve? Oh, okay. And they just let us go. Like, it was wild, bro.
Just look up everybody in their organization and just name drop them all.
Yep. I'm just going to be like, look, man, I can call Steve, Todd, any of these guys, man. Like, I don't want to bother them. You know, like, just, let's make this easier. Let me in.
He's like, how do you not recognize my mans? Exactly. Just walking between Grant and Mayoko.
Yeah, I'll just be like, excuse me, Mayoko, step aside, man. I'm gonna get over here.
And then someone's gonna hit that's Austin Rivers. What do you I'm kidding.
Wait, that's the one I should go with. I'd be like, yo, I'm here to do the halftime show. I'm John B.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
Oh, cool, relax. Cool.
Let's make a case here.
Yeah.
Someone you've pounded your hand on the table for quite a bit, and it's gonna be Kwaski Tart.
Yeah, man.
Because to me, this defense isn't the same when he's not on the field. It's really not the same when he's not. And there's an opportunity that the Packers go up 14-0 before half if the dude doesn't run 50 yards across the field, just to go tackle Aaron Jones. So I think he's a key contributor to this team. The dude's not crazy, he's not like he's 35 or anything, to where you say, oh, he's too old. He's not Eric Weddle. There we go. That's kind of fitting for this game. He's not Eric Weddle.
I like that.
So, and so let's make a case to extend Kwaski.
Everybody wants to point to pivotal moments in certain games and say, this is the reason the team won. This is the reason the team won. But there is no one singular moment that you can point to. Having said that, on this play where Aaron Jones got available and he was open, yeah, I know for sure, Juju, I can get away with John B real quick too. I'm be like, yo, I would sing, but I got to get myself like ready for later on. Like I can't sing for you right now.
Go with the scarf around the neck.
Yeah. But while there is no one singular play that you can point to, Aaron Jones gets loose and he's going down the field. Kwaski's 45 yards away down the field, and he literally runs down Aaron Jones. I think that people don't understand how fast he is for some reason. I don't know. He has great closing speed. He got there. And without making that tackle, and then Nick Bosa obviously having the fumble come out on the sack, it doesn't lead to the Jimmy Ward block field goal, and you go into the half down 14-0. 10-0, right? Something like that. The thing is that a lot of people, their only real complaint with Tart was just injuries. That's it. It's never been about play, unless you really just don't like the guy. Because I have seen people, oh, well, he doesn't do anything, right? He doesn't have interceptions, do the bigger interceptions. Trevon interceptions in the world. He also gets cooked down the field. Like, that's the give and take of it. Give me the guy who is always going to be in position, who is a solid tackler, one of the best on this team, who knows the assignments, who's smart, who is going to hustle his ass off the way that Tart is. Everything doesn't have to be about turnovers. I would love to bring Tart back. And I laid it out for all of that. He wants to be here. He loves being here. He loves his team. He loves this organization. That's why he took a prove-it deal to come back. He could have went somewhere else and got it back, but he wanted to bet on himself one more year, made it 3 year healthy, played very well. I'm sure that he'll have offers on the table next year. But I want him to come back, and there is a way for him to be on the field and not limit Hufanga, because right now Hufanga is suited right now to be closer to the line of scrimmage, not deep. Even though on the one deep throw to Devontae Adams, Hufanga and Dante Johnson, they were there. They were there. Great defense. But right now, that's not where you want to put Hufanga. So if you're continuing to roll with this whole like run it back, we have another chance next year. I think Tart is a vital portion of that. So I would love to bring him back. You know how I feel. It's always extend Jaquaski Tart. It's just will he? It's just will he? The coverage on that one, I it looked like single high. It looked like single high, but I don't know. It could have been a two show. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to speak on it until I watch the all 22. I'm sorry, Sean. I don't want to misspeak.
I think it was two shell. So cover two, I think it was based off where Tart was on the other side of the field and where Ward was supposed to be. Let's see. There was something I wanted to pull here. Sir Juju. What he did on that play is what you play for every high school and Pop Warner kid that wants to play at the next level. Even college, because there's a ton of college kids that don't decide to hustle for whatever reason. You play that clip, you play what happens next with the blocked field goal, and you tell them, this is why you play every single snap like it's your last. Because if Kwaski does a light jog and, just acts like he's trying, that's a touchdown for the Packers. And yet he didn't do that. Granted, you could say, players, it's the playoffs, so of course they're going all out. That's not who Kwaski is. Mm-hmm. Kwaski does it no matter if it's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and I'm not going to go more than that. You get it. The dude's like the effort he puts in for this team, and even though that there was a narrative of him coming off the field on third down, Hufanga going on the field, guy just goes out there and he's earning a paycheck, whether it's with the 49ers or it's with somebody else. The dude's earning a better free agency this year than last offseason. I think last offseason, his market was affected a little bit from injuries, as well as the whole cap situation with the whole COVID and everything was affected that way. I think he's going to have a better, basically market out there available to him. And I do hope that the 49ers bring him back, because while I like Hufanga, I don't think he's necessarily ready to be, full-time starting safety in the NFL. Does he show flashes? Absolutely. But does he show flashes that he's not ready? Absolutely. And like I said, Tart's not Eric Weddle. No. You can bring him back and you're already mixing in Hufanga anyway. So it's not like Hufanga's straight on the bench like Trey Lance is. No, he's still getting his opportunity to develop. Obviously, we're still playing it this season, so I don't want to get too crazy with this whole offseason talk. We'll have that platform when it's there. I just wanted to bring it up because you've been an advocate since day one for Kwaski Tart, and you were actually one that said, no, don't trade for Jamal Adams. Like, Kwaski's legit. Like, keep Kwaski on this team. And so when we could give players flowers, I definitely want to give them. And with the play like that's something every kid, high school kid, college kid should definitely see, because that play alone is going to make him more money this offseason. And
put it in the DVD, man. Put it in the DVD. I'm telling you, the same thing when we look back at that game. Jaquaski Tart. That's me. That's my narrator voice. Deebo Samuel asked for the ball in Dallas. And here's what he did next. Like, can't you just hear it? Like, what's going on right now with this team? Like, can't you just hear how this DVD is about to play out?
The plus shipping and handling DVD?
Yeah, I'm definitely copping that. I don't even have a DVD player. I'm just going to have that shit in plastic, and I'm just going to keep it. Just because I've watched so many other ones, and the last time the 49ers had one, it was on VHS. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
We say that to Cowboys fans, man.
Yeah, but they ain't going nowhere.
No, man, I don't want to hear that, man.
No, man, they can't even spike the ball or do it correctly and hand it to the ref, man. What the hell are they running over there?
Is KK a must sign? Sean asks. We'll have the off-season platform. I'll just right. Leave it like that. We'll have the.
I wouldn't say yeah to that right now. Just only because the bone on bone thing. He's 31, and shout out to KK. He's from Jersey, man. Like so I have a soft spot for him. But I don't know. I think they want Lenore to take that spot.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So let's see here. Is playoff Eric Armstead a real thing?
You damn right it is. And he heard all of you. Every single one of you. He heard you all. You better. I had to eat crow and line up and say sorry to Robbie Gold. A lot of you pull up and say sorry to Eric Armstead. Look what happens when he plays on the inside. Look what happens when he has a defensive coordinator who is accentuating his skill set. Imagine that. DeForest Buckner playoff wins since he left the 49ers? 0. Eric Armstead? 2. Now we're doing defensive tackle wins for the QB wins crowd. How you feeling now?
Hey, I'm down for any type of wins. I'm down for, I believe, Man Bear Pig. Jesse Rodriguez has it in the chat. Give me the 49ers wins since Jalen Hurd was cut. I'm down for those wins. Give me the win since Mike McGlinchey went out for the season. I'm down for I'm down bad for wins. Any way you can get them.
Absolutely.
That
100%.
that's the sales model. It's
Right.
a win isn't necessarily a sale.
Always be closing.
Yeah,
Always be
always,
closing.
man. Let's
And
go.
I'll take wins even when the kicker is owning me. I don't care. Wins are wins. I don't care how you get them. At this point, there's nothing else to argue about. But the fact is, just win these next 2 games.
So you didn't create a video of your expression of him kicking the game-winning field goal. You weren't out there like, oh, Robbie Gold eats for free, blah blah blah. You didn't do all that.
No, I didn't do all that. I didn't. It's funny. I don't yell during games anymore. I just sit there like this now.
That's how I am.
And then when it's over, I just breathe and then I start yelling when we get on the post game show. Like, yeah. I'm done with the whole emotion of like I just chill. Like I'm just trying to get it all together.
I had my parents come over, and it's funny because I'm just too locked in because you're looking at the whole field now. You're not just you're being more objective within the game. So my brother, he loves to talk. To talk. So he came over with my parents. We were watching the game, and the dude's like, he spoke a whole paragraph to me until it went to like commercial break. I was like, wait, what? I heard nothing you said. I'm just like zoned in. Don't talk to me. I do like having my family over because when something happens, we could cheer, celebrate together and everything. But while the play is going on, don't talk to me. That's how I am. And I just feel like if I recorded myself, I would be too artificial. I like being in the moment. Like, yeah. I rarely ever say my Instagram. I don't really post Instagram stories when we were at the safari park this weekend. I just like being in the moment.
Oh, sorry, Leo. Goodness gracious, man. Now we're gatekeeping celebrations. I'm done with this guy, man. Now, next you're going to tell me I can't even be a 49er fan because I'm from Jersey. I'm tired of this, Leo. When did this happen?
Yes, I thought we already had that conversation. I'm kidding. I would never say that. I would never say that.
You changed, bro. You changed.
I would never say that. I'm in San Diego, so technically I'm a Charger fan?
Padres fan?
Oh, gosh. I'm out. You gatekeeping me with baseball, man. All you guys.
Screw baseball. David Ortiz just made the Hall of Fame. Nobody cares. Baseball's not a real sport.
Barry Bonds didn't. Baseball's in shambles. It's stupid.
Baseball's not a real
Greatest
sport.
hitter of all time is not a Hall of Famer.
David Ortiz failed a PED test. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Keith Murphy. I told you and Grant, he's talking to you, Jason, that we had to rename special teams. After Sunday, they get to keep the name special.
Yeah, I wore the Ralph Wiggum sweater on there, which the famous line from the football episode of Simpsons is that, Ralph, you're on special teams. I'm special. So that's what I was using it for. But hey, look, I think that just speaks to the way the 49ers are winning games and why this feels different. Like, if I would have told you 2 things, the Packers were going to score 10 points and the 49ers were not going to score an offensive touchdown, tell me how they win the game. You would have said they don't probably. It's impossible. But here we are. Block field goal, block punt, 2 field goals, and the 49ers are moving on. These are the type of wins that, like, when the Giants were running to the Super Bowls those years, you were just like, oh, this is the week they lose. They can't keep it up. This is it. They're done. Starting to feel like that. I don't know.
Another off-season content question, but man, save those for the off-season content. These off-season content is just
somebody said something really funny about this too. So I posted something from week 3 where Javon Kinlaw had a spin move on a double team, and someone literally tweeted, I forgot he was on the team. That's
Oh,
how good
Javon
DJ Jones
Kinlaw?
has been. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how good DJ Jones has been.
So
Jason, what's up with that 1994 VHS 49ers yearbook? Let me holler at my dad. I bet you it's somewhere in like his back room of like where they have a whole bunch of infinite junk. He'll probably just hit me up this weekend and just say, "Look what I found, son." He's always like sending me text messages of things that I found as a kid. I'll work on that.
I'm not a Padres fan. I'm not a Padres fan, Dusty. I live in San Diego, so that's why Jason's saying that. I'm a diehard San Francisco Giants fan.
Padres.
I was out there for the Giants Dodgers playoff series this past season, so black and orange definitely, as long as it's not the Bengals. Giants black and orange, that is. um, so concerning or not, I see Tom Compton's name getting dropped a bit in the chat. Is it concerning or is it not concerning? Because the Rams defensive line looks like it's getting hot. Is there a way to be because Jimmy Garoppolo was pressured a bit this game? I do have it here. He was pressured 39.1% of the time in Green Bay. Is that because of what they were facing with the weather conditions? Jimmy Garoppolo not being that mobile to go run around or extend plays in those weather conditions. I'm not sure if you want Jimmy Garoppolo to go run around and extend plays, I guess, with his legs, since he had the interception in Dallas and the interception in Green Bay when he was trying to move to the right. But pressured 40% of the time against the Packers. Like we saw Lincoln Tomlinson, probably one of the strongest men that everybody talks about being there in the 49ers offensive line, get pancaked. We saw Tom Compton failing to get to second level on the outside zones, failing in pass protections. Granted, they have studs over there with the Green Bay Packers. But the last time the 49ers played in a dome, the pressure rate on Jimmy Garoppolo was only 23.1% of his dropback. So literally almost half of that. So take it how you will. Do you think it was concerning what we saw on Saturday, or do you think it'll pass?
I don't know if it's concerning, but it's something that I think we've kind of gotten used to because we're running with the whole Tom Compton. It's not a joke, right? Like, he's played very well, but there's still going to be instances when he's left out on an island. Rashawn Gary was having himself a game, man. And look, Tom Compton is fine, but a lot of what Kyle Shanahan has done has played to his strengths, not put him in that position, right? So I think it's more about a one-off game. But if there is concern, it's about that this can happen if the person in front of him is whipping them, if they have a problem with not controlling the clock, running the ball and things like that. Look, the Tom Compton story has been great, but it's always kind of going to be there that this kind of performance can show up from him. And the Packers have a great front four, right? Like, Rashawn Gary is turning into the guy they thought he would be. Kenny Clark was everywhere as well. So Darius Smith had a sack in this game. But as far as the Compton thing is, not overly concerned, but that is something that you can keep an eye on that, possibly can show itself up, especially if they start to get into situations where he has to pass block more. The ball's not coming out as fast, or maybe they're not running the ball as well. And you start to get into this pass heavy motion, then you might see a little bit of it. Not concerning, but definitely something you should keep an eye on. And just, Tom Compton is who he is, and what they've gotten from him is miles better than I ever thought. Miles better than we ever thought. Like, highest graded tackle, right tackle in the league. Nobody would have saw that coming. So what they've gotten is far exceeding what they paid for and invested for in him. So, I mean, it's just one game, but it is something that could be a factor moving forward.
Yeah. Compton, I've never been someone who's been the highest on Tom Compton, but like you said, he's made me eat my own words, because he's someone that I said shouldn't even be on this team. Like, why the hell is not like, I want someone to treat me the way Kyle Shanahan treats Tom Compton. Like, I want someone to care about me to that extent. Still looking for it, but I'm
Me too.
What down bad.
Yeah, down horrendous.
So with Tom Compton, it's just like, man, like, seeing him out there, just if you're struggling in pass protection, that's one thing. Like, we're used to that with Mike McGlinchey, but give us the run, give us, the run blocking. PFF's grading you high and you're not getting to second level. And I do think a lot of that was probably a part of the weather. It is harder for these offensive linemen to stick their cleats in the ground and hold the momentum of getting pushed back. And who said it here in the Gio said that he thinks pass rushers have an advantage in cold weather games like
Sure.
this, and I believe so, because you're moving forward. You could move forward, and it's harder to hold that penetration in games like this. So, is it concerning? A little bit. Not like overly concerning. Not like, oh my god, how are they going to do this? It was probably the first quarter they struggled against the Rams, and remember Jimmy Garoppolo had the fumble, and the guy we're talking about here, Tom Compton, saved the 49er season by jumping on that fumble. But Trent Williams didn't play that game either, week 18 versus the Rams. And I think the 49ers offense is more equipped to play better than what the Cardinals do in their pass game and what the Buccaneers do in their pass game. Because with the Cardinals, Kyler Murray loves to hold on to that ball and extend plays. That's what makes him great, is when he extends those plays and hits on them. That's what makes him great. Kyler Murray loves to do that. He doesn't love to be let me have the quickest snap to release ratio in the NFL. No, he doesn't care about that. He wants to make the big plays. So yeah, I could see why it can get to him. And also the Rams or the Cardinals don't hold up Aaron Donald to the extent that Daddy Brunskill holds up Aaron Donald. So and
You're
then
against it now, Donald.
yeah, it's like daddy's home.
Brunskill walked into his crib. Like, you believe I get to go against this guy again? You're in trouble,
Yeah.
Donald.
Yeah. MVP.
Defensive player of the year, my foot.
Yeah. So, and then when you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what's their offense predicated on? It's a downfield passing attack. It's downfield to Mike Evans. Scotty Miller's a fast player. It's downfield to him. Gronk, you want to get it down the seam to him. So they're a downfield passing attack, and their offensive line is they're down bad, banged up massively. And the 49ers offense, other than Trent Williams, is, healthy. They're healthy. And looking at Trent Williams, 75% of Trent Williams is a Pro Bowler. 75% of Trent Williams is a Pro Bowler. So with this offensive line, I think this is a really good matchup for them. And I think that's why the Rams struggle, is because of the way the 49ers handle their offensive play calling. And I'm not expecting to see the Rams giving Jimmy Garoppolo a 40% pressure rate on his dropbacks. Actually, let me go ahead and look back and pull your co-host, the Andrew Pasquini special, by looking up the stat while I am talking about it.
I can talk while you look it up.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo on his dropbacks, he was pressured 17.1% of the time. That's more than half of the percentage that he was facing against the Green Bay Packers. So yeah, I do like this matchup, and now that I looked it up, 17.1, I'm not too concerned about it anymore.
Yeah, and Garoppolo's going to get the ball out on time. They're going to have many things to combat that. They know the formula. This isn't something new. They know how to beat them, and yeah, the O-line is gonna feast based on that. Colton McKivitz started in that last game, and I understand he did a great job. He's still no Trent Williams, but Garoppolo's gonna know what to do with the ball, get it out fast, and I expect they'll have a good game behind this offensive line.
I have another thing I'm down bad for.
Oh God,
George Kittle playoff touchdown.
Yeah, I know, it's all right, but that also needs to be put into the context when people are evaluating how Jimmy Garoppolo played in this game, because you could say that's a touchdown. It's at least a huge gain, and he had 3 drops that were right on the money, right? So I mean, again, you have to be objective in terms of when somebody does something wrong, no matter the player, no matter how much we love them, you have to kind of say, hey, man, you kind of messed up there. George Kittle dropped that pass. He makes up for it by making an unbelievable catch on the sideline to Garoppolo's probably best throw of the day, man. It was a shot to the sideline, and there it is. But you really can't tell the story of what happened with Jimmy Garoppolo without talking about those drops on third down and what that could have meant. His day would have looked vastly different if George Kittle catches that pass and goes a little bit further down the field as well too. But again, elements bothered a lot of people. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, Kittle dropped the pass, but hey, he was money in this game when he needed to be. He made another big play. Yeah, and I happy to have him as the tight end of this team, and we get to watch him. We're lucky.
So Sean hits the nail on the head here. Guys, he's yelling at us. The reason we have the better pocket against the Rams. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep yelling at me.
Is because they don't know when we're passing. Fact. If they rush hard and we're running, they get gashed. Fact. They know that. Fact. Sean in his bag on this comment. That's literally why the 49ers have the advantage versus the Rams. Because if the Rams run upfield and it's a run play, we're talking about Elijah Mitchell already having to beat the safety 50-year-old Eric Weddle one-on-one in open field space. Do the Rams want that? Probably not.
No.
So they're like, no, man.
No, man. I don't want to have to tackle that guy, man.
That's Eric Weddle. So no, I'm kidding. He's playing decent for being retired for 2 years. I'm not going to slander him too much.
Savvy vet.
Yeah, he's
savvy vet.
Yeah,
legs.
This is going to be his third game now, so we'll see how fresh it is at this point. I want to ask you something fun. How rate 1 between 10, as far as your thought on it, how you feel about it, how much you want to see it. Just give me a rating of Trent Williams going in motion and blowing guys up.
10. That's innovation. Imagine being a guy on the edge and you see this giant man who is running running fast. And it's funny because when you watch the collision, he hit and like a bowling ball, everything just fell off to the side. It was so good. I laughed so hard. The innovation is there. Just another wrinkle to throw in there, man. I loved it. Give me a 10. Give me more, Trent Williams. Give me more of that. I'd love that. That's great.
See, this is why I stopped playing corner in college. We've even seen it in this week 3 contest where Trent Williams blew up Eric Stokes. This is why I stopped playing corner in college, because I was done. There's no way I'm taking on a Trent Williams block. Absolutely no way. So it's 10 out of 10. What I would love to see, though, 2nd and 1, maybe.
Handoff?
Trent Williams in motion handoff. Jet sweep.
It better work.
Who's tackling?
It better work.
2nd and 1.
It better work.
And 1. Who's tackling him?
I don't know.
Give me a Trent Williams jet sweep.
I don't know.
Nobody is tackling him. Trent Williams jet. Tell me 2nd and 1 that doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, he just better hold on to that damn ball. Now we're really dipping in the bag.
Yeah, I'm not saying 3rd and 1. I'm not saying 4th and 1. 2nd and 1. Give me a Trent Williams jet sweep, because they see Trent Williams come in motion. What do you think they're going to think? He's a lead blocker, similar to the Green Bay Packers, where Juszczyk was in the I formation and Jimmy Garoppolo handed it off to Juszczyk, and Juice got 10 yards on that carry, 8 yards, because they all thought it was going to Elijah Mitchell. Same situation here. 2nd and 1. Jet sweep. Please. Gray Fox, thank you for the donation. Hi, Jason and Leo. I apologize in advance if this is a dumb question. No questions are dumb. That's what my teacher told me.
Never Gray Fox. Never Gray Fox.
Do we have anyone from IR that can return for this game or hopefully the Super Bowl? Mostert, Ford, Kinlaw, etc. I wouldn't expect it. If you want to go more in on it, Jason, I'm gonna say I don't think any of them. I think literally all of them are done for the year.
Yeah, they are, unfortunately. There is one roster spot open with the I believe it was Wilson that was waived, the safety. So for me, that just signals that Frank Gore is being signed and being brought on right now to just ride along. So yeah, no, it's not going to be any of those guys.
Dude,
I'm just
don't do
joking.
that.
Why not?
You're going to get everyone excited.
Why not?
Frank Gore, really?
Just do it. Just do it, man. Just do it. And if you that 2nd and 1 that you're talking about, where you just need a bowling ball to go get 1 yard, that could be Frank Gore, man. That could be Frank Gore, man.
Frank Gore did say he wasn't coming back unless it was Super Bowl aspirations, right? That's where the 49ers are right now.
Yeah.
He said that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Frank the Tank. Let's go.
Okay. You heard it here first from Jason, not me, from Jason, that the 49ers are going to sign Frank Gore. Go ahead and cloud it up. Jason is saying the 49ers are signing Frank Gore. Not me. Great question, Gray Fox, by the way. You know, a player did get waived today. So that's actually a great question to ask. Definitely not the furthest thing from being a dumb question.
I just want to know how his face is after he fought Deron Williams. Is he all right?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Whatever. I'm sorry.
No, man. I don't
No.
Stafford from Papa Luna here. Stafford gets rattled. Our D line will get him. He does not do well when he's pressured. Niner Empire, we got this. 49ers do have two games that they faced Stafford as a Ram. Got to him both times. Interception badly first go around. So no, Sean Williams is not gonna fumble. The guy is a beast, man. Jason in the comments, I can't post your comment because it has an F word here, but that you don't like Jalen Ramsey. So that's what I'm saying. Jet sweep. Leave Jalen Ramsey as the only unblocked player. 1-on-1. Who's winning that matchup? Trent. So that's what I want here going on.
And honestly, I hope you guys realize I'm completely joking about the Frank Gore thing. Like it's just a joke at this point.
No, everyone knows you're being that you have the inside info and Frank Gore.
I don't have any inside info. I don't know anybody. I don't even live in the state.
See, now you have Paul on the train. Wave two more guys. Signed Staley and Willis. Rings, baby, rings.
That's it, man. Look, you wave Mitch Wisnowski. You let Gould do everything because he can at this point. That's one. Two, you probably wave some other guy on special teams that isn't doing anything. Boom, Staley, Willis back. You can even bring Bowman back as a coach or something like that so you can get a ring as well too, man. It's all lining up right now. It's all lining up.
Over under. Give me Deebo Samuel touchdowns.
If we're going to do 1.5, I got it at 1. If he has 2, that means the 49ers are going to roll like in this game. But I got it at 1. He'll definitely score in this game. Make up for the one that he didn't get this past week that I thought he would. But yeah, I've got Deebo with at least 1. So 1.5, I got him under with 1.
How does that come?
Kickoff return. No. No, that's spicy. No, I think it's going to be a reception. I think it's going to be a reception over the middle, and he's out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I did not mean that. I was literally the guy that was just like, no, man, like, you don't need to bring Frank Gore in. Like, they don't need that right now. But, yeah, so, yeah.
Trent Williams is apparently going to deflate the football when he gets tackled.
Oh, now we're talking. There was a guy who won a bunch of rings deflating footballs as well, too. Every single psychological thing that we need.
One of Trent's thighs would sleep Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
Oh, and we got to sign Justin Smith. Cowboy, man.
Jesus, why don't we just bring back Harbaugh? Why don't we call Greg Roman, see what he's doing? Like, where's Jeep Chris up to, bro? Like, oh, my goodness, man.
We're going with Cap now as well. This is great. I love this. I think Deebo Samuel scores here. Did you say how it was? I was reading the chat.
I said a TD reception.
I'm actually going reception as well.
Boo.
Come on. Okay.
Come on, man.
Over under on the yards for the reception.
Oh,
how long?
It'll be like a 40. It'll be like a 40-yarder.
All right, I'll go under 40 then, or I'll say under 20. Under 20, Deebo gets a touchdown.
Okay.
There we go. See, now we're not the same.
Yeah, good.
Apparently, I try to match, but you're like, no, take off your shirt. I'm already wearing this shirt. We can't match.
Well, we have to line it up if we're gonna match. Resign Rice, right?
Wouldn't that be Rice's 5th?
Yes.
He only got 4.
He didn't win the first one. Yeah, he didn't win the first one.
Yeah. I'm going Tebow, Alex Smith, QB coach. My dad believes Jerry Rice is ready as well.
Where's Delaney Walker? Let's get Delaney Walker in here. Where's Ahmad Brooks? Tell Whitner to get out of the booth and come on down and play a snap or 2 down there, man. He's got it. 2 air yards, 40 yards. Yeah, Phillip got it.
Yeah, Rice only has 4, but
yeah,
hey.
Rice has 4.
Ooh.
Jerry has 3. No, wait. He didn't win 4. So the Niners won 2 before he got there. Oh, okay. 3 rings. There you go. Okay.
J Mill on it. J
Good
Mill on it.
call. Smartest
Good
fans in the
call.
business, bro.
Yeah.
Smartest fans in the business.
Yep. Now we got it coming in. Now we got it coming in, guys. Jimmy Garoppolo, is he overdue for a good game? This is what I
Hell
told
yeah.
Javi in
Hell yeah.
my shameless plug that
Hell yeah.
our Niners Nation Oh Hey There podcast dropped today every Tuesday. I told Javi that the magic number, remember the Cowboys game, I said the magic number was 20 first downs. 49ers got 21. I'm going with another magic number this one. 98 passer rating, Jimmy Garoppolo. If Jimmy Garoppolo hits a 98 passer rating, I guarantee you they win this game. He has a career playoff passer rating of 70.3. The guy has a career 49ers passer rating, like regular season passer rating of 98. And look what they've done. I think that magic number is a 98. If Jimmy Garoppolo's at a 98 passer rating, 49ers win this game.
Yeah, and I think that he's going to have a fine game in this game. And what I mean by that is like 225, 230 yards, 2 touches, clean football game. If they get that from him, 49ers win. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that they win. That means everything else is going. The run game works off of the passing. It means that he's clean, that he's not turning the ball over. I don't see any way that the Rams could beat this team if Jimmy Garoppolo plays at the way that I think he will this week. So, yeah, I mean, good luck. You better just hope that he doesn't have a good game, because if he gives any semblance of a good game, it is over. The Rams have no shot.
None. So that's, and I think his 98 passer rating, it's if Jimmy Garoppolo has no turnovers, that high completion percentage mark where he typically usually is. We haven't seen it in the 5 playoff games. But if he is there, I don't think there's a chance that the 49ers lose this game. Theoretically, sure. Yeah. There's always the possibility. Like there's always, I could hit the lotto. Like there's that possibility. There's not a chance that happens though. If he's at a 98 passer rating, the 49ers win. They walk away this thing with at least a minimum of a 2-score win. But Jay, you got everybody riled up, man. Gold-blooded. Anyone else see TL what he did to that high school cornerback last week? Sign him too.
Let's get my boy his ring, man. It's about time. We just get everybody back on board.
Just
this
no
point,
Kyle Williams.
That's messed up, man. That is so wrong, man. That is so wrong, dude. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that Amar Bradshaw fumbled in that game, and it should have never came down to that, right? The refs kind of hosed the 49ers in that game as well, too, right? Like, I remember that game vividly because I had to live on the East Coast and had to hear these stupid Giants fans chirping at me the entire time. I don't care, dude. I don't care. Let the chat do that. We don't talk to him anymore because he didn't pull up after he said 42-3 Packers or whatever nonsense he was talking. Yeah, he didn't pull up. Yeah, man, get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. He waited for his team to win and now he's back. Get him out of here. Let the chat take care of him, man. He gets no more. He has no more play over here. I don't respect it. The Dallas fans pulled up. The other Packers fans did not pull up at all because they were talking crazy throughout the week. They didn't pull up when we were telling them, y'all lost, you're going to lose. That one Dallas fan pulled up and donated. He's a fraud, man. Get him out of here. Let the chat deal with him, man. I'm not blocking him or nothing, so you get to watch everything, but we give him no more playtime. None.
None. No love. Let's go ahead here. What should the 49ers single or double cover Cooper Kupp?
It depends. I mean, they can realistically do a few things. They did it to Devontae Adams. They kind of bracketed him and sent everything over that way. But, it just depends on how the game flow is. In the beginning of the game, they thought it would be okay that Dante Johnson would be on him a little bit. Jimmy Ward got him a little bit. And, yeah, he scored a touchdown, but he didn't, go berserk in this game. He wasn't, torching them the entire game. So there's going to be spurts where he's going to do his thing. You really can't slow him down all the way just because they move him around all the places and him and Stafford have this big connection. But it depends. I think every situation is going to dictate, right? You don't want to be stuck in doubling, because then that becomes a pattern and you can see that, you can attack that. But if it's singling, it's the same way. So they're just going to have to mix it in. It's going to be a little bit of both. So, yeah. Ask Booby Dixon tonight. Yeah, shout out to Booby, man. Booby's gonna be on the channel tonight too, man. And we're gonna talk about all that stuff because when I was talking with him, I did a Bills podcast with him where we were talking about it, and I asked him about the 49ers and Packers in the playoffs, and he was just like, bro, we know we own those boys. He's like, we knew when we were going in there that we knew we were gonna beat them. And I thought that was really interesting. So, tap in tonight, 9:15 on the channel. It'll be me and Booby. We're going to be talking about the 49ers. It should be a lot of fun, man. Booby's a cool dude, man.
You know what? I'm tired of hearing about the Green Bay Packers are unbeatable in Lambeau.
But that's not true. Michael Vick crushed the buildings, and that's
Tired of
it. All of that went away. Once Michael Vick beat Brett Favre in Lambeau, all that went away. You're just another stadium that you can lose in. That mystique has been gone. Like, they are just not built like that. They lost at home last year to the Bucks, the 49ers this year. Cat did it to them. And it's ever since Vic did it. Once Vic crushed the buildings, all that mystique went out the window. Nobody got afraid of the Packers anymore going into their house. That is all gone. There are no places that you can't go and win games anymore, especially not Lambeau Field. Mike Vick was the one who crushed the buildings. That's it. After he did that, it was over. Nobody fears them anymore like that.
We have a donation from Christopher. Appreciate you. Jimmy Ward can lock up Cooper Kupp down. Jimmy Ward struggled the last game, but I think that's going to motivate him. If we've seen one thing from Jimmy Ward is he don't shy away from. He's not marketing pro. Essentially, he doesn't shy away from anything. He's with it. He's with the cuts, and he remembers last game. He acknowledged that Cooper Kupp ate him up essentially. So this guy's going to be motivated. And I don't think you could lock up Cooper Kupp, but I think you can contain him. And if there's one guy on this defense that I want to contain Cooper Kupp, it'll probably be Jimmy Ward, because he's going to be coming Cooper Kupp, that is, from the slot. I just don't want to see like week 18 where you see Jimmy Ward in the slot covering, what's his name, Slowenik or whatever the hell how you pronounce his last name. I don't want to see that. We saw that week 18. I don't want to see that this time. Jimmy Ward, just whenever he's going to cover in the slot, just go to the side of Cooper Kupp.
I agree, and I don't. Here's why. I need him to be over the top and slowing things down on the other side as well, too. And whether that means he can help with somebody who is covering Cooper Kupp, I'd rather not lose Jimmy Ward on the back end, especially in tackling spaces sometimes, right? Like, he is so short-handed as well, too. So you gotta mix it in a little bit. It can't be like he's shadowing, because that's a big thing to lose. The 49ers, a lot of what they do on defense is perpetuated by the fact that they have two high safeties, not single high. They have two high safeties, and they're able to stop the run, and they're able to keep everything in front of them and blanket whoever it is that they want. So you may see it a little bit, but I suspect that K1's going to be over there with him, and hopefully he has a little better go of it this time, because they kind of targeted him a little bit. Especially, I think that first touchdown was on him in the Week 18 game. No, K1 didn't play in the game. I'm sorry, K1 didn't play in the game, so I'll take that back.
Yeah.
Yep.
K1 didn't play in that game. Although there has been a narrative about K1 struggling, I think he'll be fine. Let's go here. We have another donation from Neil. Appreciate you. If you can contain Devontae, you can contain Kupp. Facts.
It's possible.
Like,
make somebody else beat you.
A little different play styles, because Devontae is going to line up more outside. He did do some from the slide, and typically when he lined up in the slide, it was like an out route. What we saw, especially when Emmanuel Mosley blew him up on that out route. But that's true. I agree.
Yep. It's already like an hour 5. I got Averly and stuff too. Yeah, I can see you already. So like maybe 10, 15 more minutes.
Yeah. Keep it right there. Let's get to the game prediction then, so that we can wrap this up.
Yeah, 49ers win again, 27-21. 49ers are in the Rams' head. They play a style of football that they don't like. They know how to play the Rams. The Rams still can't stop them on offense, no matter what's going on with Jimmy Garoppolo. All he has to do is just play in clutch moments and do the things that he's been doing, and do enough to just put them in position. And this defense is playing at a different level right now. They just stopped the Packers. Right? They know the Rams very well. 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. That's it, man. I'm going to the Super Bowl, and they're going to be playing there again in 2 weeks in Levi South. So I've got the 49ers 28-21.
I'm going to go with the 49ers in this one again. When you look at who the Rams played in the playoffs, I'm not discrediting their wins. Playoff football is always tough to come by. But they did face the Arizona Cardinals, who had 16 carries on the ground. 2 of them were from Kyler Murray. And then you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had 14 carries on the ground, and one of them was credited to Tom Brady, which he's not going to do much with his legs. 49ers are probably going to have those 2 numbers combined in one game. So the Rams defense faced a more finesse offense the past 2 weeks, and that favors the Rams defense. That's what they want to do. They want that finesse offense because then that enables you to have Jalen Ramsey do what he does. Aaron Donald, if you're passing more, he could do what he does. Same with Von Miller. He could do what he does. 49ers offense isn't going to be that. Sean pointed out earlier that 49ers are tough against the Rams pass defense because they want to contain the run as much as possible, or else they're going to get ate up alive. Where Jimmy Garoppolo only had 17% percentage where he was pressured. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is due. I really do. I don't like pulling that narrative, but I think it's absolutely true in this situation. I think he's due, and I think he's going to come alive here in this one. I'm going to say 2 touchdowns from Jimmy G, 1 to Kittle, 1 to Debo, and the 49ers are going to win this game by a score of 26-20. I think the Rams get a touchdown late, but for the most part, it's going to be a 49ers with a 2-score lead.
And one more thing that I'm going to point to that keeps me confident is that the Rams' mindset as a team, when things go south, they complain, they cry, they yell at each other, they punch each other. Not the mark of a good football team, a team that stays composed. The 49ers could have done that many times, especially with how bleak things look. But as soon as things start to go south for the Rams, they will fold. And it was happening again in the Bucs game. It happens every week.
Yeah. And like with the Bucs, you had the first drive of the game, you had Fournette with 3 carries, 23 yards. And then for the rest of the entire half, you had 5 drives where Fournette only carried the ball 3 times. 49ers, that's not going to happen. That's not their formula on offense. So this is a different game. And I do expect the 49ers to come through. Like I said, 26-20 for the most parts and be a 2-score game. And I think the Rams do probably get a touchdown late. We got Carlos. Thank you for the donation. Rams looked better versus the Bucs defense. D-line is going to get to Stafford. 49ers 29-22. Yeah, I think it'll be around there. They're definitely covering this game. If you love to bet, I would confidently say go ahead and just don't hold it against me, but take the 49ers to cover the 3.5 spread, which is the last time I saw that on.
Yeah. Yep.
Guys, once again, we appreciate all of you. There was actually, I think it was Sean in the comment asked us when we're going to do a call-in show. Maybe we'll do that sometime. In the off season.
We gotta weed it out, man, because I've seen that go sideways and people lose their channels based on people like jumping in and just like saying wild
cursing
things
on
the stream. Yeah, and saying like worse than cursing, like saying like racial slurs and other stuff.
Ooh.
Like so no. Like we'll get to it, but we gotta perfect the system. So like I've just seen it happen too many other times with these call-in shows where somebody joins and they want to like pop off or they want to say something stupid to get like we're too hard for this channel to just have it thrown away by somebody with 30 seconds of idiot behavior. So we'll figure it out though.
Right. Perfect. Once again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment down below. We're streaming this on 2 channels. Streaming this on my channel, you can just type in Leo Luna 49ers, you'll find it. Type in, if you're on my channel, this is also streaming on Jason's channel, who posts a lot more content than I do during the week. So you could just find his channel by typing in his name because he's that dude. So Jason Aponte, that is.
And also, for anybody that's going to be out there, yes, I will be at the 49ers invasion. I will be at Chapman's party. I will be tailgating. I'm just trying to figure out my way in there, but I land in LA on Friday. So I'll be out there. Let's vibe. Let's have a beer. Let's talk and let's enjoy this time because it's a beautiful time too. So anybody who's going to be out there, if you see my tall goofy ass, come by and say what's up and we'll have a beer.
Perfect. Let's do it. Go Niners.